This is Tor Bennett-Williams, Health and Safety Advisor for the Commonwealth Games, chartered member of IOSH, and this is one of the stops on our tour. I'm giving you a tour today of a day in the life of me. This is the Maltings. Now the Maltings is where all the technical officials will be staying over during the Games. This will be their main accommodation that we are overseeing, and we are making sure everything is in step and everything is right for them whilst we're here. This will involve a complete different range of methods, making sure the fire evacuation procedures are right, making sure they've got all the equipment that they need, as well as doing the risk assessments and the daily activities that they will be undergoing, from public transport to sort of drop-off zones, all sorts of different things. So this is just one of the very beginning areas that we'll be going on today. So this here was originally university accommodation. We then have taken over the leasehold part of the venue that we'll be looking after. So we'll be having, not only will we be having our tech officials, but we will also be having part of the Scottish team that will be staying here as well. So this area right now, this will be the breakout area where all of the technical officials will come into, and they will then get their lunch and their breakfast as well as their dinner. This is also a place that, as it is one of my venues, I will also be sneaking through in the mornings as well to make sure I get my lunches too and my breakfasts, because why not? One of the interesting things about this is, of course, this was originally a student area. The students have now gone and we have taken this over. And a lot of those issues was because of COVID-19. So what was meant to happen is there was meant to be initial infrastructure that was, new infrastructure, sorry, that was meant to be built for the Commonwealth Games, and it would make one entire village. However, with construction and COVID and what was hit with, that timeline, that deadline was not going to be met. So what we did is we improvised and we worked out a solution to use the resources from what we have around us from different student villages already, such as the Maltings, which is what we have here. So, as you can see here, the Maltings is just on the other side of the bridge. This bridge goes over the canal. Random fact that you might have heard, but Birmingham has more canals than Venice, which I think is quite cool, because no one would think about Brum as a romantic city. But I'm going off track. So one of the things is the technical officials need to get dropped off and picked up on a daily basis to go to the different venues. This bridge doesn't allow for a certain tonnage. It has a maximum capacity for buses and larger vehicles to safely go over. So one of the things that we've had to do is, initially at first was looking at maybe dropping people off down the bottom, but that may cause a problem if there's a lot of them in terms of pedestrians as well as vehicles. So then we've worked on different things, such as getting our smaller fleet vehicles across the bridge, or also our really smaller minibuses, to sort of combat how we can safely get a lot of people across, saving them from having to walk around. As you can see here, this is one of our walkways on our way to our next venue. Spectator travel here makes up over 50% of carbon emissions here at the Commonwealth Games, and it's because of that reason why we aim to be the most sustainable Games ever. What we've done is we've issued out free travel during Games time for spectators and for staff members on key routes for public transport. We've also situated areas of every venue so that it's within walking distance where possible, to increase and really promote people walking safely so that they can get from each venue on a safe manner. That's my colleague right there, Paul Klukas. Paul looks after, well, he oversees the Greenfield sites. I'm right to say that, yeah? You do oversee the Greenfield sites. The Greenfield sites are all of the different. In fact, do you want to explain yourself? So I'm not talking for you. I'm not talking for you.
Kind of look after the Greenfields, a particular 4 of those sites, which is obviously the areas where there's no existing buildings. It's just literally as it sounds, a greenfield. So we're making a venue out of the ground, if you like, and we've got places like Sun Park for the triathlon, Wolves, which is the time trial, Warwick is the road race, and the other one's Cannock up in Cannock Chase. and again that's using existing trails to an extent, but building on that, some legacy for the people in the local area there. So that's the mountain biking side of things. So yeah, I've been looking after those and bringing them ready for games time.
So this is the Uniform and Accreditation Centre. It's the area where everybody here comes onto venue. No matter where they are, where they're going, they have to come here first to collect their uniform and accreditation. The uniform is what you can see where I'm wearing, and the accreditation is their ID passes that will allow them to get access onto different sites and different entry points. It is probably one of, if not the most crucial areas, and this for me is actually the first venue that I was involved in when I came here. Before, there was none of the branding, none of this was here. It was just a previous area that was used again for students in a university space. So I've had to be here at the beginning, see the overlay of the building, the construction, the risk assessments, Legionellas assessments, and really just work on making sure that this venue was fit for purpose so that we can have as many people here and so that we can have as many people leaving, which really sums up the area. We're here in the UAC, the Uniform Accreditation Centre. You are a member of the UAC and you've been working here for a while, so do you want to just introduce yourself and talk us through the process?
Yep, so I'm Vicky, I'm from the operations team. So we have been in the UAC from about mid-June, early July, and what this basically is that we process as many workforce contractors, everyone that we can that is part of our paid staff team, and they can come here, collect their accreditations, get through, talk to our teams if they've got any questions, any problems, they get their pass, they get excited, and then they go up and they get their uniforms. So we're really here to kind of start that and then get them excited, get their passes so they can then go on to venue without any problems, hopefully.
So I will have to say, because this area is so important, because everyone gets their accreditation, for security purposes, I am not able to show you the main area. Right now we're in the workforce breakout area, which is where everyone comes down to have a drink, have that time out, but I will not be able to show you the main accreditation area where everyone queues in and then collects their accreditation for security purposes only. So with that being said, and unfortunately we're not able to see behind those doors of what's really happening, we're going to be moving on to our next venue, which is the fleet depot, where all the fleet vehicles come in, where their home base is before they go around to every single venue, dropping off clients or dropping off members of staff in a friendly and environmental friendly manner. So where we are right now, we are here in the home of the fleet depot. The fleet depot is, as you can guess, where all the fleet vehicles will be coming to as their main point of entry. As you can see, there's loads of vehicles around. They are all electrical vehicles. And in fact, this area, including the whole depot, is the largest electrical charging point in Europe right now. So yeah, what will happen to be sustainable is all of the vehicles are electric. And these will be used to either pick up members of athletes if needed, Commonwealth Games associates, and also for staff members who need to get from A to B or get to any other venue. This part is crucial for us to becoming the most sustainable games ever. This also not is only a sustainability aspect, it is a safety aspect, and these are measures that we have to make sure are safe here in the fleet depot. But not only just for the fleet depot, it's for those that are taking people, so making sure the drivers are safe, making sure that the passengers are safe from good timing. Making sure the passengers are safe, and that can come down to small and basic things such as COVID-19. Making sure we've got those barriers in place, making sure every single fleet vehicle has sanitizers and they are following correct circumstances such as leaving windows down to leave for natural ventilation. So So guys, as you can see right now, we're here at one of our competition venues. This is something, we've gone through all the different stages of what really makes up the Commonwealth Games, but right here, right now, this is the glamorous side of things. This is where everything will be happening. Now there's a lot that our team has to do. We have dedicated health and safety advisors in every area, and we have a dedicated health and safety advisor for Smithfield and all the other competition venues. Now these guys will be looking at different areas. They'll be managing the overlay when it comes in, before bumping happens, the scaffolding, working at height, contractors, all different sorts of areas that we need to have a close, tightly work on, as well as working at height and all sorts of permits. So these are just some of the bits that we come into, that we really focus on with the electricals and everything before the game starts. And then the game starts and hopefully everything runs as smooth as normal. And then we go through the same process again as all of this beautiful piece of art is then being taken away again and is taken out of the grounds. So that's just a little bit of an insight into what we're covering here, here at one of our competition venues. And it's really going to be absolutely buzzing when it kicks off. So right now we're in another part of our competition venues. As I said, there are actually 17 competition venues here at the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games, which all require a load of works. As you can see right now where we are, it's not fully ready yet, hence why I'm in my 2-point PPE, on my safety boots and my high visors. This is something, again, we have to organise for every personnel, make sure they have a health and safety induction before coming onto site, so that when they come onto site, they're safe in a good manner. Now, where we're at right here is quite special, and the reason for that is because it's basketball, but it's not just ordinary basketball, it's 3x3 basketball, which is kind of like your street basketball, what you see before. This is the first time this is going to be hosted at a Commonwealth Games, and believe it or not, it's going to be here at the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games. Hi everyone, I just really want to thank you for today, for being with me in a day in the life as a health and safety advisor for the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games. I just want to give a big support and a big thank you to everyone that's been here. I couldn't do this if it wasn't for the mentorship, the IOSH programs, the support that I've had around me, and who knows what the future holds, because I've had a great time working here with the Commonwealth Games. So anyways, hopefully I'll see you later. Take care.